Hey everybody, Bo here with an update on our 6x14 cargo trailer conversion. We call it Rolling Thunder, cabin on wheels, gourmet kitchen in the front, cantina in the rear. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a little redneck cabana and do it with 3 tarps, a couple poles, a little bit of rope, and some bungee tarp cords or tarp bungee cords. And it is simplified. Well, I don't know if you're anything like me. One thing I like to do is I like to reuse things that I kind of have around the house. If I can figure out a way to use them in a project, I try and do that. I like getting reclaimed wood, I like everything rustic, and I like to reuse things. So for awning poles, I found this was off of a cabana for the backyard. It was a 8x10 canvas cabana that we kept up all summer. It lasted, we got about 5 years out of it until the canvas completely went. And then I'm like, well, I'm not going to get rid of these. I know I can use them for something. Well, they get in half and then they clip right into each other, which is really nice. So boom, you got a nice sturdy thing. And then what I found out is I can drill some holes, make a little slot, and then have this go on as an extension if I need it to go maybe a foot higher. So I may play with that a little bit. But if you don't have anything that you can use around the house, there are some great tent poles on Amazon. I'm going to put some links in the bottom down there. And there's one that gets about 8 feet. And another one that's about 7'6", and they range from about $13 for one pole, $30 for 2, so it's not too bad. And then the canvas is only $6-7, and you have yourself a nice little canopy. And that tarp's pretty sturdy. It'll handle wind pretty good. And that's what it's all about for me, is keeping it simple so I can set it up real quick. And if it does get, I'm in Colorado, so we get extreme winds here. And if you're in the high country, that's usually where it comes in really quick sometimes. And so if you can just unhook and break it down real quick, that's a big plus. So setting up quick and taking down quick is a big plus. So that's what this is all about. Hope you're getting some ideas from it, and maybe it'll work for you. So I put these little eye screws in, keep things really simple, and you just put a little carabiner on it, straight from the tarp, add the 2 poles, and you are up and running. And you can stand right on the back of the trailer to reach them, so that's a nice added bonus. Now this is a 6-foot wide trailer, so I'm using a 6x8 heavy-duty tarp. Now if you have a trailer that may be a little bit wider and you can't find 7 foot and you want to go 8 foot, you can always leave an overhang, so let it hang down a foot, and then you can just bungee it to one of the doors and then bungee it to one of the poles, and you have a little sunshade. I originally was going to try and do a really one big one so that I could have it go from the top all the way down, but that didn't seem to be feasible. So I decided to keep it really simple and just use 3 of the same size, and that seems to be working out pretty good. So for the top of the awning poles, what I do is I use a ready-to-go tent rope, and I take one of the tent stakes, put it through the hole on the tarp like that, and then peg it down, and we're good to go. It. So hey, in case you're wondering what those 4x4s and cement blocks are doing there,
because I'm in the process of building a deck with some reclaimed wood for our parking spot. Give us a place to sit, hang out, and watch the garden grow. Listen to some tunes back here. Make it really comfortable with a little chimney or a fireplace. So you got to do some backyard camping every once in a while. You can sit here and watch the garden grow. And in the garden I have a bunch of solar lights that you just stick in the ground. When we go on a trip, I take those and stick them in a milk crate, take them with us. When we get to our destination, put them around the campsite in the sun. And at night time, we have some good markers for our campsite or some walkways or whatever you want to light up.
You know, also if you put 2 lines on each one, that way and that way, it'll keep it pretty tight. But it's all going to be a matter of how you want to adjust it for rain to run off. But so far I think this is a perfect little shady spot. And I think we'll see what happens as far as water coming down there. You can always put a short piece across the top, overlap it so the rain doesn't come through. But it'll be fun to test this on a nice rainy day, even in the wind, to see how it holds up in the wind. I think it's going to hold pretty good because it's not too big and it's not too small. So now I'm going to put the sides up and we're going to make a little cabana. Ta-da! Well, what do you think? I know, it's a little bit rustic and a little bit rough and a little bit redneckish, but what can I say? I wanted simple. I wanted something that might do good in the wind, something that if it does get crazy, I can take it down real quick, put it up real quick. The reason for the side panels, a little privacy, give us a little cabana, because sometimes we have people on that side of us, sometimes the road's behind us. So this is great. Our view is always that way. Gives us a place to cook and hang out, put some chairs, maybe a table. I think on the poles you need 2 ropes, and that'll keep it stretched out and keep it pretty good, and we are good to go. So if you have any ideas on how I might be able to improve this, or you may have done something like this, anything, any comments, any questions, please leave them below. I'm happy to answer them. I do want to ask you to take the time and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you happen to like nature, landscape, check out my work at mrbo.com. Thank you. See ya!